Hi everyone, I'm Sulabh. I actually want to tell you a little bit backstory before I start. Today when I was coming, I had a bus delay and there was an old lady and she was 87 and she said she was just wondering what the time was and she asked me and I said the bus is delayed for like 3-4 minutes and then she proceeded to tell me that I came here to visit in an aged care and there was my friend, she was 90 and she apparently passed away 3 weeks ago and she had no idea and I said oh, it must be hard for you, I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to say sorry, but I said sorry. But after saying that, she started to get a bit sad and she was saying so many things. I talked with her for a minute and later she said that if it felt good talking to you, and that made me realize how much saying information, so talking to people mean for something. So I think as a social worker we should, so what my values is as a social worker, apart from like solving the process, we are supposed to be there for the client at the moment, because most of the people, they have nobody to talk to. Or I think the main goal of being a social worker is to make people feel heard, and that's the core value that I hold. Before starting social work, I had no idea what social work actually was, because back in the country where I live, there is no such subject as social worker. Then there are no social workers. So when I come to Australia and I started doing my unis, I learned that social work is a crucial profession over here, and most of the people, they rely on social workers to be heard. So, and the social work, it depends upon teamwork, and active collaboration with clients. It's about working with the client, not over the client, and it is supposed to be done throughout the process with the client. And throughout the process, we are supposed to find the strength, and these are the things that I hold on to most, because I feel like as a social worker, we are supposed to work together with client by helping them find the strength from within, because most of the time they don't have enough budget, they don't have enough financial things, or they don't have enough stress or strength to do through the things. So we still need to find strength from within. And I also believe that as a social worker, we need to go towards person oriented and social solution focused work, and also while maintaining empathy, trust and communication building. So I actually choose case plan and case work for the reflection. I was absent last week, so I heard that we are supposed to choose one unit, and I think that case work and case plan is the unit that we're supposed to choose. The thing that I feel the most really when I started professional practice too, and when we did the first role play, was we are not supposed to do the whole thing at one session, because in the previous role play, like professional practice one, what we used to do is we used to do engagement, assessment, goal setting, intervention and evaluation within the same session. And that was really tough for me, because I used to jump onto referrals because that was the only thing that I know. And the first role play that we did, that actually made me realize that we are supposed to build engagement with the client first, and then there will be another social worker, or there will be another session so we can do assessment, goal setting and other process. And that are the things that I learned from this unit. So what basically engagement means, from what I understood, is being there for the client, making them feel heard, building rapport with the client, and knowing the minimal things that client does. And the assessment process is about analyzing and identifying the resources within the client and knowing the situation of the clients. And goal setting is the process where we are like acting as a bridge between assessment and intervention, because the goal setting that we do is actually implementing the resources that we find into the real world, and evaluation is to review the whole process and identify the things. And also the case planning, as I said, is a bridge between assessment and intervention. And also regarding the case planning or goal setting, what we need to do is we learn how to use scaling questions, we learn how to use narrative therapies to identify the goals of the client and to identify the situation clients are within. And I also think that during the goal setting process, we need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-based goals. That's SMART goals, because as a social worker, I believe that we are supposed to find strength within the client, but also we should never give false hope to the client, because there might be times when I actually read a point where never make promises that you can never keep. So we need to be specific and relevant with the clients, and also we need to build the time frames in order to motivate the client, like SMART goals, like small goals, and congratulate and also acknowledge what the clients are doing. And throughout the process, that needs to be identifying the goals from the client and including what the clients need, including the resources from within themselves, and considering all the process that the client want. Because the case plan, it should be client centered, not social worker centered. It should be done by the client. It should be written with the client and given to the client if they need. Yeah. And the learnings that I did within this professional practice too, that I believe will apply in the placement, is the critical reflection on learnings. I think I will look at the things that I did, the resources that I get from the professional practice, and apply it at the placements, and also apply all of these things in a real world situation with the supervision. Because as I'm not skilled or trained at this moment, I will need to rely on supervisors and take feedback and guidance from them. And regarding the Australian Association of Social Work's ASW standards, I need to, in the placement, we need to be respect the clients, we need to work for social justice, and also maintaining the professional integrity, and also building active learning